What's going on, everybody? We're here to dissect Ronda Rousey. Is Ronda Rousey still a popular UFC star or MMA star in 2026? Does anyone give a flying fuck about Ronda Rousey? 40-plus Ronda Rousey, judo star from 2008, Strikeforce champion, who went over to the UFC, armbarred 5 women that didn't know jiu-jitsu or wrestling, and then got KO'd 2 straight times by Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm. Do we still give a fuck that this chick is fighting? Now, she has recently gone on a rampage, attacking Valentina Shevchenko, attacking the UFC, the pay scale, the fighters, the White House card. Gina Carano is sick. She's somehow saving her, and she's she's pulling her out of rock bottom. She's doing this for Gina Carano. Chris Cyborg is a transvestite that uses steroids. Valentina puts her hoo-has or hooters on OnlyFans. Dana White's no longer in control of the UFC. What is this chick on about? Ronda Rousey, what are you getting on about? She went to WWE for 4 years, failed miserably, had a solid first year. The Kurt Angle tag team match with Triple H. It was solid. I was entertained by it. You've been irrelevant since then. Failed acting career. Failed WWE career. Now you're doing an MMA fight on MVP boxing promotion against a 45-year-old Gina Carano who has massive fake tits, hair poofed out like she's Oprah Winfrey. She does not look to be in shape whatsoever. Are you telling me Gina Carano is going to be spry and jetson around the octagon and using front kicks and jabs and movement and reversing judo throws, reversing jiu-jitsu arm bars in different positions on the ground? What are we fucking talking about here? Now, Ronda Rousey does make some good points. Let me get to my profile here. She does make some good points. She talks about the UFC fighter pay and how, it's all kind of cookie cutter now from the Paramount deal. It's guaranteed money for the UFC. They don't care about putting on big pay-per-views, spectacles anymore. No stadium shows with Conor McGregor in Ireland. No Jon Jones. They're not going to drop the bag for Jon Jones, Francis Ngannou. They're not going to drop the bag for a Brock Lesnar return or a Ronda Rousey return. But hasn't this what we've gotten on the UFC about for years? Not only the UFC, but places like Bellator, putting on novelty fights like a Kimbo Slice, like a 41-year-old Ronda Rousey who hasn't fought MMA in 10 years, like a Brock Lesnar who's 45 years old, a Stipe Miocic fighting Jon Jones at 43. How entertaining was the Jon Jones-Stipe Miocic fight? Think about that. And Stipe wasn't even close to out of the game as long as Ronda Rousey has been out of the MMA game. That fight wasn't fun. It wasn't competitive. It wasn't anything. I don't remember it. I don't rewatch it. I don't think about it as a classic. Jon Jones, Cyril Gane. Terrible. Jon Jones destroyed him. Cyril Gane was out of his league. It wasn't a classic again. It wasn't anything I'm, writing home about because I'm so amazed and I'm so entertained. Right now, we're getting Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira, which was last summer for the lightweight belt. A lot of people shit on it. Oh, Charles Oliveira is washed up. Charles Oliveira is older now. What? Put the camera. What? What are we talking about? He just destroyed Mateusz Gamrot. He just killed Max Holloway with wrestling and grappling. Topuria reversed him on the ground, put him in the fucking crucifix, humped his head, and then got up and starched him out and pounded him out with 2 more hammer fists. Here you go. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. Take this rose and go in your grave. And people were shitting on that fight because it wasn't Islam Topuria. Well, newsflash, Islam went up in weight. I don't give a shit that Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano isn't on the White House card, isn't on the UFC 300 card, isn't on No J UFC, isn't on the first pay-per-view of the year. That fight fucking will suck. That will suck. Oh, it sells well. Remember Jake Paul, Mike Tyson? Didn't that do like 5 million views? That fucking fight scarred me. I was embarrassed to watch that and bring that up to people I know. Hey, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's on tonight. You guys want to watch it? Fucking embarrassing. These are novelty acts. Now, she makes some good points about the UFC pay scale. They should have paid Jon Jones what he's worth to fight Alex Pereira. But at the same time, Jon Jones refused to fight Tom Aspinall, and they did offer him the $30 million. Ariel Helwani reported on this time and time again. They're not going to offer you the $30 million when you rejected them for the World Heavyweight Championship fight, embarrassed Dana White, and now you want to come back at a favorable matchup on the White House card against a kickboxer, and you want the same bag. No. They offered you Conor Benn $15 million. Should it be more? Probably. Ronda Rousey's so washed up. She's such a little tick. A little tick she is. She thinks she's got so much edge. Oh, Ariel, all the press conferences of UFC are so boring. I'm bringing that heat. You're just embarrassing yourself. Look at Robbie Fox here. So far, Ronda's trashed UFC fighter pay, made weird-ass remarks about Gina Carano being overweight and wanting to help her for this fight. What are you talking about? You don't even know Gina Carano. Slut-shamed Valentina Shevchenko and talked about Cyborg being a steroid cheat to sell this crappy 40-year-old's washed-up fight. And you're saying Dana White's ripping people off because, the White House card sucks. Topuria versus Gaethje. Oh, wow, that sucks because they're both under 40. Poatan Gan. Whoa, that's not going to be as fun as Ngannou Lins. Wow, the lineal. Are we still calling this idiot the lineal champion? He got sparked out by Joshua. He fucking took Rene Fajeda to the ground and had to ground and pound him. Couldn't even keep it on the feet with this guy. He's 40 years old. What are we talking about? Gan versus Pereira is 1,000 times better than Ngannou Lins. I'm telling you that right now. Let's listen to what Ronda Rousey had to say. Her attitude turns me off. This chick thinks she's hot shit. She thinks she's the star of MMA. You're not, sweetheart. You don't got good promo skills. You think you learned from WWE? You didn't.
Be that UFC was the best place that you could come in combat sports to make a living and be paid fairly, and now it's no longer. It's one of the worst places to go.
You're 40. What are you talking about? I'm sure Topuria is getting paid well. Where's Topuria going to go? What, are you going to go fight Shakur Stevenson in boxing like Ngannou did? Get sparked out like a dumbass? And then fight Felipe Lins? That's like if Topuria went to boxing, right? Fought Shakur Stevenson, got flatline KO'd. Well, I made $20 million. Okay, you can make $20 million. Endorsement deals, Real Madrid sponsorships, different sponsorships in Spain, Georgia. Continue to up your way up the ladder. Instead, he could get sparked out by Shakur Stevenson, and then he could go to MVP Jake Paul, and he could fight fucking Neil Magny on the undercard. That's similar to Ngannou Lins. Everybody whacking off Ngannou. Oh, he didn't fumble the bag, man. He didn't fumble the bag. Look, he got sparked out by Joshua for $20 million. Got CTE. Now he's fighting Lins on the Jake Paul card. Oh, so much freedom. What?
It's why so many of their top athletes are leaving to go and find pay elsewhere. It's why their champions like Valentina are selling pictures of their titties on OnlyFans. You know, like these people are.
Yeah, pretty sure a lot of chicks on Jake Paul's influencer boxing scene sells tits on OnlyFans. Newsflash. And feet and vag and butthole. A lot of the stars are leaving. Conor McGregor's still with the UFC. Ilia Topuria is with the UFC. Tom Aspinall is with the UFC. Islam Makhachev hasn't left. Hamzat Chimaev hasn't left. Who else is there? Who else? Nate Diaz? He's 41 years old. Okay, he left. Wow, he's there 15 fucking years. Francis Ngannou wanted to go fight Felipe Lins and get knocked out cold, get his brain bleed from Anthony Joshua. What a model, man. Can't wait. Sean O'Malley hasn't left, has he? Has he? Has Sean O'Malley left? Jon Jones? What's he doing? He's begging to fight on the fucking White House even though he has arthritis.
A lot of them at the ground level, they can't support their families. They're living poverty level, fighting full time. And this company just got $7.7 billion.
What do you think the undercard fighters on this card are making, Ronda? The opening card fighters. We're gonna get those paychecks. This is happening in California. They release pay. We're going to get those payouts. We're going to get those purses. I guarantee it's not much money. I don't even know who's under you and Ngannou. I have no idea. Topuria looks like he could feed his family. Volkanovski, go on his channel right now, Cooking with Volk. He looks like he's doing pretty goddamn well. Jon Jones has a mansion in Albuquerque. He's doing pretty good, isn't he? Tom Aspinall seems to be doing fucking pretty well. Conor McGregor, he seems to have a pretty good life, does he not? Islam Makhachev seems to be doing whatever the fuck he wants. Habib Nurmagomedov doesn't even need to fight anymore. He got so famous off the UFC. He said he made so much money in the McGregor fight, he put that in so many businesses and invested it, he's through the moon now. It's just like, what are you talking about? Who in boxing, other than the big stars, is crushing it for their generations down the line? You think Sean Porter is making millions for generations down the line? Daniel Dubois just getting paid out the ass? Joseph Parker, what's his pay? What's his pay? 1 second. What's his pay? Joseph Parker, please tell me.
Like, there's no reason that they can't afford
right now,
to pay their athletes at least a living wage, and not even that, to at least be able to match what these athletes are making in other sports. Why would they expect to get the best athletes and the best aspiring kids that want to be some?
What is she even, these best aspiring athletes and these kids? You have talents. You're either good at throwing a football, you're either good at high jump, you're either good at swimming, or you're good at fighting. These aspiring kids, you think they want to be fucking swimmers in the Olympics? How much money do you get to be a fucking swimmer? Zero. Nothing. Nada. Goose egg. Curlers. Why are they doing that? They could just do basketball. Why? What are they doing? Track and field. Do they get money? When's the last time track and field people got any fucking money outside of Usain Bolt? Why didn't they just do basketball? Doesn't work that way. Where's track and field's money? Where's the wrestling money? You think RFA's paying top dollar?
That want to be something into MMA. Why not go into football? Why not go into boxing? Why not go into anything else? And so they're bleeding talent because of their short-term greed. They're thinking about the next quarter. They're thinking about the shareholders, and they're not thinking about their responsibility to be.
Yeah, that's called a business. That's called a fucking business. What do you think the CEO does? He looks 4 years out, 10 years out. Then the general manager looks 2 years out. Then the president looks 1 year out. Then you got the coach looking this year. Look at the strategy. Look at the players I have. It's called a corporation. That's kind of how it works. Oh, well, let's just get the biggest guys we can. Yeah, how's that working out for boxing? You think Matchroom's doing a lot of cards right now? No, Turkey Al-Sheikh came in and fucked everything up. I don't even know, where can I find Matchroom fights? Where can I find top, whatever it is? I don't even know. Golden Boy Promotions. What is happening? And she makes some good points. Do I think UFC should offer fighters more money? Yes. Do I think they should have offered Jon Jones more money? Yes. He's the GOAT of the sport. Jon Jones should have got his bread. I understand he ducked Tom Aspinall. He should have got his bread. But it is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, Jon Jones is pissed. Jon Jones is pissed. Jon Jones made his bed. He had everything he wanted. He came back as soon as Francis Ngannou left the company. They paid Jon Jones. Why do you think Jon Jones sat out for 3 years? Oh, he's prepping his body for heavyweight, man. He's just in the gym lifting. Gotta be prepared for the big boys. Fuck no. He wanted more bread. Francis Ngannou left. They gave him more bread to fight Cyril Gane, a kickboxer. He kicked his ass in 50 fucking seconds. Does that happen in boxing when there's a high-level boxing fight? No. Typically goes 10, 11, 12 rounds. This shit is way shorter. You're going to give Jon Jones $30 million for subbing a kickboxer? What? No. Then you got Dana White stroking him off. Jon Jones, the greatest of all time. Jon Jones versus Aspinall is happening. They even concede to his wish of getting a free payday against Stipe Miocic, a semi-retired fireman who was on a 2-fight losing streak and was 44 years of age. They did what he wanted. They gave him the MSG main event against a retired 44-year-old Stipe. Kicked his ass. And then they even offered him the number he wanted, $30 million, to fight Tom Aspinall. He turned it fucking down. He spit in Dana White's face. He said, thank you for jerking me for a year and a half. Thank you for giving me the Stipe fight 2 years in a row at MSG. Thank you for paying me $15 million to sub the kickboxer in 50 seconds. But I'm going to spit in your face, and then I'm going to grovel to come back and get a better matchup against another kickboxer in Poatan Pereira on the biggest card that you have. But I'm gonna ask for $30 million again, and then when you offer me $15 million, I'm gonna say you lowballed me. What are you fucking getting on about? And I'm not here defending the UFC. Yeah, they should pay fighters more. They should pay fighters more. Justin Gaethje shouldn't be getting $50K bonuses and everybody whacking them off. Oh, you got 10 $50K bonuses. They add up to $500K, man. What are you spending that money? Justin Gaethje should have got paid way more. Jon Jones, throughout his career, should have got paid way more for sure. And he was about to get that bag, but he ducked Tom Aspinall. Years of title defenses. Yes, you have. You put in the hard miles. You put in the tough miles. And they called you for the White House card, even though you blew them off. You fucked them. You ducked Tom Aspinall. You made Dana look like an idiot. They still came up to you and offered you the biggest slot on the biggest card for $15 million. You're not boxing, Jon Jones. You're not boxing Anthony Joshua like Ngannou did. You're not boxing Tyson Fury, and you're not getting out of your deal. $15 million for the kickboxer, $30 million for the heavyweight champion. That's what it is. Let's see what else we got. There's so much going on right now. Tom Aspinall even agreed with this, which I agree with. Jon Jones is the greatest of all time. If he can't get his money, who can? But he was offered his $30 million.
My reaction to that. Wow. Well, my reaction to that, and this is going to probably be crazy to a lot of people listening, but why is the UFC not giving Jon the respect he deserves financially?
They did. They offered him $30 million to fight you, dumbass. He said no. He made him look like an idiot. Why would they offer him $30 million to fight an easier matchup after embarrassing them? Makes no sense.
That's crazy to me.
Do you feel like there's a growing sentiment?
For Jon?
No, that the fighters in the UFC aren't getting what they're owed.
Well, if anyone should be getting paid a lot in this sport, it should be Jon Jones for the stuff that he's done. And that's me. That's me saying that.
Yeah.
After the history that I've had with Jon Jones.
Hey, dummy, they offered him $30 million to fight you. He turned it down, dummy. He turned it down!
If anybody should be getting money in this sport, it's Jon Jones.
Are you surprised they're not giving it to him?
They did.
Well, they offered him $30 million to fight me, so why have they not offered it again? I don't understand. Ariel, you're the man. You're the man in the know.
I think it's yesterday's deal isn't today's deal, or that type of thing.
Okay.
And
Wow.
I think also the thinking is, hey, we're losing money off of this White House card, the $60 million. I mean, I agree with you. I think Jon Jones, if Conor Benn is a $15 million fighter, more power to him. I think it's great that he got that. Jon Jones is actually more than a $30 million fighter. And Conor McGregor's probably a $75 million fighter, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that notion 100%. If Jon Jones didn't fuck him over and he fought Tom, they should offer him $45 million to fight Poatan at the White House. I think Conor's getting what Conor deserves. They're negotiating with Conor McGregor. I know this Paramount deal. They already got their guaranteed $7 billion. They're not relying on pay-per-view sales like Ronda Rousey said. 42-year-old Ronda Rousey. Oh my God, I cannot wait to see the Gina Carano matchup. Just like the Jake Paul Mike Tyson. Who gives a fuck? Kimbo Slice Dotto 500. Who cares? Rampage versus Fedor at Bellator. If you know, you know.
Completely agreed.
And you're probably a $25 million fighter.
I would hope so, but those guys who we're talking about, Conor McGregor and Jon Jones and guys like that, like they bring in the other guy. Those are the guys who brought in the revenue for over 10 years.
Yeah.
They need to be getting paid what they deserve, in my opinion.
Yeah, they offered Jon Jones what he deserved. He ducked it. I can't believe Tom didn't put that together. But anyway, here's Ariel Helwani jerking off the Carano and Ronda Rousey. Unbelievable. What a scene. Gina Carano from 2009. 45 years of age. Double D tits. Hair as poofy as Oprah, and doesn't look like she's ran a mile in years. Against judo exclusive Ronda Rowdy Rousey, the WWE failure and MMA wash up. This is absolutely unbelievable. Are we supposed to just eat this up like the fucking Jake Paul Mike Tyson? We learned our lesson, Ariel. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, we learned our fucking lesson not to get excited about two stupid names going at it. What a scene. Look at this guy. Seriously, who gives a fuck? What does this mean? Okay, so she destroys Gina Carano in a round, maybe two. She lands one punch. No way she gets up off bottom. She's way more athletic. She's way more in shape. She's way more into judo wrestling than this chick at this point. This girl's trying to be a model. Look at her high heels and her little dress and all this bullshit. This fight is going to suck. Netflix using sponsor cutting-edge mathematic research to be able to predict what people want to see. What? Helwani cares. He's kind of an idiot. Yeah, who cares about this? This is like... Gina Carano doesn't even know what to do. Shouldn't even know what to do. Look at this. Small dress, high heels, tits out, hair poofed up more than this chick. This chick looks like this chick times 7 estrogen, but she's the one fighting. Felipe Lins looks like a generic security boy from New York City fighting Francis Ngannou. The only reason I'm excited about this event is trying to see an Alistair Overeem type knockout from Francis Ngannou. Have I not been fucking showing you the screen? Gina Carano, mini skirt, high heels, tits out, hair poofed up. She's trying to be a model. She's using this exclusively for more viewing, more viewership, get her name out there, and that's it. That's all. She doesn't care about jiu-jitsu or ground and pound or getting a highlight reel KO. She's trying to get on TV. She's going to get brutalized, probably tap instantly to an armbar. As quick as it goes on, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul all over again. Felipe Lins looks like your local security boy from Subway. And Ngannou's going to destroy this light heavyweight up a weight class. and this is supposed to be like impressive. Oh, this is way worse than Poatan versus Gon. We got Ngannou versus Lins, the light heavyweight exile from the UFC. This is so much better than the White House card. White House card sucks. This 44-year-old versus 42-year-old grappling women's model matchup against Francis Ngannou versus a PFL light heavyweight is so much better than Topuria and Sugar Sean and Poatan and Diego Lopez. Wow, do you guys? It's almost like Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. Or it's like Dustin Poirier, Conor McGregor 3. Like, you could just feel the fucking animosity. This is so intense. Let's get a brawl and panties matchup going. WWE style. Pudding pool, you know? Pudding mud pit. I'll be more interested. Like, look at this. Look at this fucking hair. You think this chick, you think this chick's ready for MMA? What? Fake tits. Like, what are we doing? Have we not learned from UFC that fake tits is not conducive to being good at MMA? Oh. Carano wanted to put the hands up. She forgot. Oh. No. I'm just a model. I'm a pretty girl. I ain't gonna put my hands up. Put my hands on my hips. How's my hair look? Just it's so embarrassing. And they're trying to say UFC doesn't put on the good fights. Oh yeah, Topuria Gaethje, Poatan Khan, Lopez Garcia. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. And Eddie Hearn ain't doing this. Eddie Hearn ain't doing this no more. He's done with Dana White's bullshit. It's all out war with Matchroom and UFC. He's now managing Tom Aspinall's career. Let's just take a look at this. Eddie Hearn spitting facts. And again, I'm not here to say UFC's doing everything right. No, they should be paying Topuria more. They should be paying Conor McGregor more. They were trying to pay Jon Jones more. They should be paying all their superstars more. Sugar Sean should be getting at least $5 million a fight. The thing is, they have so many fights. They like to stack them. It's harder to do. It's a different business model. It's not this one fight bullshit. And the fans, we prefer a loaded card. Everyone gets upset when it's not a loaded card. Look at the Holloway Oliveira fight. Oh, well, this is a boxing card. It's a main event heavy. Undercard sucks. Yeah. What do you think's going to happen if they pay the top stars $15 million each like Conor Ben? You're not going to get a loaded card like Yuri versus Oldberg, like UFC 300. Everyone's going to be demanding millions to fight. You can't have your cake and eat it too, boys. You just can't. And I'm not defending UFC completely. They should give fighters more money, 100%. Justin Gaethje should be getting $300K bonuses. Max Holloway, $300K bonuses. The fact Justin Gaethje has 12 bonuses, all $50,000, adds up to $500,000 after taxes, $300,000 is a fucking abomination. And I condemn that. But Ronda Rousey, give me a break. You're the biggest money grab there is out there. Gina Carano, give me a fucking break. Francis Ngannou, you're fighting Felipe Lins. Shut up.
Contacted you and gone,
you deserve $100,000 for fighting Felipe Lins. You bring nothing.
You can only ask certain questions. You have to send it.
This is Eddie Hearn talking about the press conferences, interviews with Dana White, how he regulates the press. He's all about free speech. I'm not 100% UFC pro here. I'm not pro UFC on everything. They do regulate the press. They do this free speech nonsense. It's not free speech. They regulate what the questions are coming, who can come in, the influencers only.
Have I ever contacted you and gone, all right, you can only ask certain questions. You have to send it through to me before. And this is what annoys me is Dana's doing interviews with UK outlets and they're telling them the questions they're allowed to ask. And they're asking to see the interview before it even goes out. Where Muggins here is just sitting in an airport lounge with Cole McGuigan in my face for 50 minutes. Like, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm just telling you the truth from here.
Facts.
So it's like I'm listening to...
Dana does... The business has been a little fucked up. I'm not here to 100% back up the UFC. Bring real journalism back to the UFC. Pay the top stars what they're owed. Stop with this generic matchmaking. Give us the fights we want to see. Islam Makhachev, Ilia Topuria. Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones, what they tried to do. In their defense, they tried to do that one. Who else is out there? Merab Dvalishvili, Alexandre Pantoja. Make it happen. Make it happen. Nunes versus Shevchenko. Make it happen. These are fights we want. I don't mind Topuria versus Gaethje. I don't mind Poatan Gan. I don't mind. Yeah, I wanted Sandhagen versus O'Malley. Sure. But it's a business.
These guys asking questions. And it's like, no one's pushing him. No one's really actually asking him any serious questions. So, like, what about this question? What's next for Jai Opetaia? Give me 5 opponents he could fight. Like, you don't even know. It's the mad thing about it. But no one really asks any proper questions. And all it is a huge machine that you can't actually get close to and ask the real questions.
Eddie Hearn is very smart. He's a very intellectual individual. And he's in the know, and he knows exactly what's happening. And I like Eddie Hearn a lot. He keeps it real. He's a realist in the room, baby. Enzo and Big Cass. Bada bing, bada boom. Realist in the room. How you doing?
If I'm on Media Row, I'm asking a question. If Tom Aspinall is driving more revenue to a pot than Conor Benn, why is he making 10 times less money? Can you answer that? Because if there's ever a conversation with us, I can sit down and say, hold on a minute, look at the money that's in the pot for this Tom Aspinall fight. How on earth can you pay him that as main event? And they will say, sorry, mate, it's in his contract. And then we go from there.
Yeah, he's not lying. He's not lying. UFC has some work to do with fighter pay, 100%. They have some work to do with matchmaking, 100%. They need, if Islam Makhachev versus Topuria goes down, they need to give each fighter $20 million. Absolutely. Tom Aspinall, Jon Jones should have been $30 million, $10 million. Poatan, Jon Jones should be 15-15, which they offered Jones. But it's all conditional to the matchup. You can't just get easy matchups. I know Jones is older. Ronda Rousey, how would paying you to be on a pay-per-view constitute better fighter pay for the UFC? You're a washed-up star. That's a complete opposite of what you're trying to get across. Oh, well, these no-names should get paid. These main event fighters who aren't a big name, but they're the best in the world, like a, Pantoja or Merab, they should be getting millions. Well, you're 45. You're a side act at this point. You're a washed-up WWE star and a fake actor who failed in Hollywood, and now you want a big bag for coming back to fight a 45-year-old fake-titted OnlyFans model. Just keeping it real, keeping it 100. You guys know how I do. Jay, I can see both sides of it, but I'm tired of Ronda Rousey. I don't want her on the White House card whatsoever. Keep that stinker away from me. Absolutely not. No, that would not be a good fight. Who else? Jon Jones versus Poatan would be exciting, but probably wouldn't be a good fight. Probably be similar to the Gan fight. So Gan, Poatan, better fight. Topuria, Makhachev, but there's other things at play there, weight classes, who defends what belt. So there's a couple different, things going on. But for the most part, Ronda Rousey, you're washed up, and you're trying to just, grope for money here. You're trying to money grab and say, oh, well, Dana doesn't want to pay me what I'm worth. You're not worth shit. You're not worth shit. That fight's going to suck. And then we'll see what you do with the rest of your career, wherever you go next. Who knows? Probably RFA. So, anyway, Dana's got some things to fix. Eddie Hearn's on a heater. He's coming for the UFC. He's coming for Tom Aspinall. There's going to be war between Matchroom and Zuffa Boxing. Ronda Rousey's washed up and old. She should just shut the fuck up. Let Valentina Shevchenko continue to be the beast. Cyborg continue her great legacy. And Ronda Rousey should just go ahead and shut the fuck up. Anyway, Akjay, those are my thoughts. Have a good one.